I learned that all banks are now required to spy on you and me for the government, and then report any financial behavior deemed suspicious or unusual. You must read The Secret War. It's free. Truth is, I believe the government's new war against cash is really a war against us all. But The Secret is now out. So please, get and read The Secret War.
Pick up your phone and call right now. 800-932-5517. 800-932-5517. 800-932-5517. Once again, that's 800-932-5517.
Hi, folks. Good afternoon, and welcome to Fifth Street Sports on Sports Byline USA. We are also on the American Forces Network, and you can catch us on iHeartRadio. My name's Frank Perez. I'm going to be joined with Florida Rick, and I think Oklahoma Brian's going to join us in on the third segment. But, Rick, we had a pretty, I would say, chalky weekend in the NFL.
We sure did, and I can't say we called it because we kind of called everything opposite of what happened this weekend in the NFL. So, all favorites covered until New Orleans, and New Orleans is the one who didn't cover thanks to a late missed field goal. So the dog finally came in the Philadelphia game, but that was the first game all weekend the dog covered.
Yeah, and even along the way, it looked like Philadelphia was going to cover the whole way anyways. But the other ones, they were just almost wire-to-wire jobs on Dallas had a small, brief lead, but then it got 20-7 right away. But, I mean, Kansas City and New England just absolutely took both slippers off of the Cinderella teams right away, you know?
Yeah, they pretty much ripped their heart out, from the opening kickoff, and both got up real quick. The Chargers did actually score right away to tie it at 7. You're like, oh, okay. It's kind of what we expected. It's going to be a close game throughout. Someone's probably going to win this game by 3-4 points. And Patriots said, no, we're going to score every possession in the first half. And except when we punt the one time and they fumbled the punt and then they scored on the next, on the ensuing possession. So it's the equivalent of scoring every possession in the first half. And, 35-7 is a pretty hard deficit to come back from on the road in the playoffs.
Yeah, and it's scary. It seems like every time the public or the general or all the big money comes in on these dogs on the road, not dogs at home, dogs on the road, for instance, Indy and the Chargers, it seems they're always wrong. And not only are they wrong, they get completely blitzed. I mean, they didn't have a prayer in this game. But that's why I know we're going to oppose when we talk in the next segment about the possible Super Bowl matchups and these coming games coming up, because I am more pro-Patriots when it comes to these situations because of Brady and Belichick. But when we come back, folks, we got to take a small break. Frank Perez, Florida Rick, we're going to recap this NFL weekend and what's coming ahead.
If you or someone you love suffers from drug addiction, now is the time to utilize your private health insurance PPO plan. If eligible, receive up to $30,000 or more in substance abuse benefits with low or no out-of-pocket cost. We are the National Treatment Network, the premier drug and alcohol treatment referral service operating 24/7. We help connect you with facilities nationwide that accepts PPO private health insurance for substance abuse. If you have PPO substance abuse coverage and you need immediate admittance to a medical detox or residential rehab treatment center, call us now. Call our live referral helpline today. The call is free. This program is not available to Medicare or Medicaid customers.
Call 800-296-1252. 800-296-1252. 800-296-1252. That's 800-296-1252. Want to fly somewhere? Looking for cheap flights or cheap tickets? Then call
That's right. Call the low-cost airline travel hotline now for prices so low we can't publish them anywhere. Low Cost Airlines has all kinds of cheap travel deals. Fly domestically and save up to 75%. You can even fly internationally and save even more. Yes, fly anywhere in the world and save a lot of money on your plane tickets. We'll even save you money with cheap travel deals on hotels, rental cars, even complete travel packages. So don't book your tickets until you call us first for the absolute cheapest prices on U.S. and international airline tickets and hotels. Call right now for prices so low they can't be published. Travel experts are here 24/7 to help.
800-754-4531. 800-754-4531. 800-754-4531. That's 800-754-4531.
The backyard's looking great, Rob.
Thanks, man. I was planning on adding a deck, too. Know any good contractors?
Why don't you just ask Home Advisor?
Home what?
HomeAdvisor.com. You just tell them about your project and they match you with local pros that can do the job.
Nice. Now, how much does it cost?
Oh, Home Advisor's totally free to use. Plus, you can read customer reviews, check pricing, and book appointments for free.
What's the website again?
HomeAdvisor.com. Or just download the free Home Advisor app.
Home Advisor.
The new year is here, and if you're planning to be healthier, it all starts with a good night's rest. MyPillow's best offer has been extended. When you go to MyPillow.com, click on the end of the year special, and you'll find the lowest price MyPillow has ever offered for their 4-pack. It includes free shipping, and their 60-day money-back guarantee has been extended through March 1st. Best price ever, free shipping, extended money-back guarantee. So go to MyPillow.com, click on the end of the year special, and use the promo code BARR, B-A-R-R.
All right, folks, we're back. It's Fifth Street Sports on Sports Byline USA and the iHeartRadio. You can catch us there, too. Also on American Forces Network. I'm Frank Perez, joined with Florida Rick. So we just went through what happened this weekend on these games. Now we got 2 games in front of us this week to go see who's in the Super Bowl. We also have all the 4 projected Super Bowl lines with totals. All right, so Rick, so with what we saw this weekend, and now it looks like we have what the Rams are visiting the Saints. It's like 3.5-ish. And then the Patriots are getting the Chiefs are like a weak 3 to a real strong 2.5. What do you think we're looking at here in these games after what we saw this weekend?
Yeah, well, early on, I definitely lean to both home favorites. I really like KC a lot here, given the 3 at home. If you can get a cheap money line, maybe like the 145 range or so, I think that's probably worth playing too. The most amazing stat that they said this weekend, which I didn't even realize myself, which I don't know if you heard this or not, but Patriots now have played 9 home games this year. In those 9 home games, they have only trailed in one of those games at any moment, and that was the Chiefs game they played on a Sunday night, and they trailed for a total of 7 minutes and change in that game. So in 9 games, 16 minutes, it's 540 minutes of play time they had. They trailed for 7 minutes in those 9 games, which is unbelievable. But it also goes to show you the Patriots this year are a team who is really needing to have the home field advantage, especially in the big games, to get the job done. And they've only been 3-5 on the road. They've had some, 2 of those wins were against Buffalo and the Jets. So they had some really bad losses on the road this year. They just aren't the same team. And KC at home, I don't see this as a rout at all, but I definitely see a KC win and a cover here. And I really can't wait for this game. It should be really fun. I don't think it's going to be 43-40 like the game they had early on in the year on Sunday night, but these are the 2 best teams clearly in the AFC, as are the Rams and Saints in the NFC, and we really get a treat because rarely do we get 4 clear-cut best teams in the NFL, and they end up meeting in the championship game. So this is the first time I can remember something that's really ever happening.
Wow, Rick, I gotta tell you, buddy, and I know it's not. I hate it. I hate doing it, and I think it's almost like peeing into the wind or tugging on Superman's cape. But brother, I'm 100% opposed to you on this game, which I don't like it because I respect your opinion and you're really good at everything. I see it completely the other way, Rick, and only because of this. I seen how everybody was so high on these Chargers, and they were right to. I mean, the Chargers have been playing great. Now they go into New England getting 3.5, 4. It was a strong 4 when it opened. And what Brady and Belichick and this entire New England team did to this San Diego, the way they just completely tore them apart. They didn't just get in there with emotions and fumbles. They just dissected them every way possible. Now, I always look at things like this. If, let's say, for instance, you were in a casino and you had $100,000 and they held your daughter, they kidnapped your daughter, and they said, we need $200,000 in an hour, and you got to do it via gambling. Well, your best play would probably be take the $100,000 and put it on one roll of the because you're not going to find nothing with positive EV, so you might as well bet as fast as you can, as quick as you can. You'd probably bet the whole $100,000 on the pass line, one shot. But if they said you had to do it on NFL football, okay? I mean, Brady and Belichick, I know they're not home, like you just said, that incredible stat, but can't you find a better spot in life than to say, oh, I can't wait to lay $1.50 or 3 points to Brady and Belichick in the playoffs? There's just got to be a better spot in life. Don't you think?
Yeah, I'm not saying this is the greatest bet in the history of sports betting, but I am saying that I do like the Chiefs in the spot a lot. And Mahomes he's technically he's a rookie, or is his second year, but it's really his rookie year because he didn't play last year. So you could say, well, maybe the pressure's going to get to him. The moment, being in the AFC Championship game is going to hit him, and he's going to struggle. But I just don't see it happening. I think this kid's got ice in his veins, and I think that I think he's going to have a really big game. And I assume the Brady's going to have a big game too. And I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I don't know if it'll reach the total or not, but I do foresee a game in the low 30s, maybe high 20s. But I just think when all's said and done, that crowd, the Chiefs' offensive line, the receivers, boy, the Patriots, they haven't shown me anything on the road this year. Now, can they show up on the road in this final championship game? Yeah, of course they could. But I'll take my 24-year-old Mahomes over the 41-year-old Brady right now. And I'm going to say,
oh my gosh!
But we'll be talking about this all week.
You're on that. I mean, us senior guys or us older guys are really taking offense, especially when Oklahoma Brian has been on this Brady 41-year-old kick since the beginning of the season. He thinks, he doesn't really know that 41 is the new 30. And when you're taking care of yourself, Brady has never looked better. But I got to tell you, of course, all that you said could happen. Anything can happen. But I remember a lot of my friends, even at that bet baseball, some of the times they would always come up to me and say, "Oh, I love this game. I'm going to take $1." This was in the older days. I'm going to take $1.50 against Pedro Martinez, or I'm taking $1.35, and it was against Maddox or with these guys. And I say, gosh. I mean, I love dogs too, but I can just find a lot better $1.50 or $1.35. Why do you want to beat Maddox? Why do you want to beat Pedro Martinez or Kershaw? You can find better spots. There's got to be a better spot in life to lay 3 points or $1.50. I don't care. However, then it's going to be against Brady and Belichick in the playoffs. Because at any time, that you're going to get outthought. You're probably going to get outmaneuvered. They're not going to make mistakes. They're probably not going to give you nothing on stupid plays like some of these bozo coaches. You're not going to get any of that. That's all off the table. You get none of that. Okay, you're going to get the opposite of that. So I mean, you can win, and if Mahomes gets really aggressive and then he makes great plays, and the Patriots get a little sloppy, but you're not getting any bonuses here, buddy. You're not going to get any bozo coaching mistakes. You're going to get a game plan that's going to be so thought out. Look at I was so impressed even at home what they did to these Chargers. The Chargers haven't been manhandled like that the entire season. They've been in every game, even against the Chiefs. They were just absolutely dissected like a champion chess player against a 5-year-old kid.
There was one game actually where they did get manhandled. That was the first game of the year. when KC went into LA, and KC absolutely obliterated them. That's when all of a sudden you're like, whoa, Mahomes, this guy is for real. This team is for real. And, this team's a contender just by that first game. You saw Tyreek Hill and Kareem Hunt just running through that Chargers defense like it wasn't even there. I think they were, I don't know the final, but I want to say they won something like 41-20, or I don't even think it was that close, but they were up by 21 right away, or 24 right away in LA. So, that was the only other time all year the Chargers had a game like this. So,
right.
And I know that they'll later in the year at the end they went into KC and beat them in that crazy ending with the when they got the touchdown with a few seconds left, and they went for 2 and got it. So, but yeah, I'm not disrespecting the Patriots at all. I know how great of a team they are. I know Belichick and Brady have been doing this now for 18 years. So I'm not I'm not at all disrespecting them or saying that putting them down in any way. I just think that if you want to say the torch has kind of been passed, like this is going to be the passing of the torch game, and you're going to see KC kind of taking over as the team to beat in the West and the AFC probably for years to come. With they have a young nucleus with Mahomes and Hill and the offensive line. They have a young, aggressive defense. It's only been getting better, especially at home. And I think the Patriots, have been on top now for 18 years in the AFC, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I think now you're going to see this is kind of the like I said, the passing of the torch.
Yep. Well, Rick, that was okay. So we're majorly opposed on this game. So when we come back, Fifth Street Sports, we got to take a timeout. When we come back, Rick and I are going to break down the second game, the Rams and the Saints. Hopefully we agree on this. I really don't like being in life against Rick. Fifth Street Sports. Be right back, folks.
Attention business owners. Are you struggling while waiting for your customers to pay on their net 30, 60, or 90-day invoices? Can't get a business loan? Have no equity? Bad credit? Or maybe no credit at all? Then you need to call AmeriFactors right now. AmeriFactors will give you cash for your invoices and there's nothing to pay back. We simply buy your account receivables, and if those clients don't pay on the invoices, we take the loss. We give you funds based on your account receivables, not your credit, and 98% of all applicants are approved. It's that simple. With AmeriFactors, there's no more waiting for your customers to pay. We give you the funds up front, then we wait for your customers to pay us. Fund your business today. Call AmeriFactors right now.
800-847-1183. 800-847-1183. 800-847-1183. That's 800-847-1183. Do you use the blue pill to charge your sex life? Have you been thinking about trying the blue pill? What if we can promise you the same results for less than $3 a pill? If you're paying $20 a pill for the other pills, you're getting taken to the cleaners. Our pill delivers the exact same results for less than $3. We'll do the math for you. You'll save more than $16 a pill for the same results. Want more? We'll give you 40 blue pills or 40 yellow pills for $99 and add 4 more pills free. You save more than $500. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to know what to do next. You need to call and get your 44 pills for just $99. Stop overpaying for the other blue pills. Call us and start saving a ton of money for the exact same results. Ordering is fast and easy with your pills delivered to your door in a non-marked package. 800-223-0992. 800-223-0992. 800-223-0992. That's 800-223-0992.
Remember in the beginning, when you first started to build a life for you and your family, you never imagined it would come to this. Instead of living your dreams, you're living with debt. In fact, it's smothering you. Now there's a way you can take back control with one simple call. If you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt, you qualify to receive a free, no-obligation consultation on how to get rid of that debt for good. Call the Debt Helpline now. We work on your behalf to reduce your debt. We specialize in credit cards, retail store cards, and medical bills. One simple call is all it takes to get the ball rolling to a debt-free life. Stop living with debt and start living your dreams. Call the Debt Helpline now.
800-957-6063. 800-957-6063. 800-957-6063. That's 800-957-6063.
All right, folks, Fifth Street Sports. Frank Perez back here with Florida Rick. We broke down the first game of the AFC Championship game to see who makes the Super Bowl. We are 100% opposed. He's taking youth. I'm taking the 41-year-old veteran with the genius coach. And now we're going to do two things in this segment. We're going to break because we got a little bit more time. Let's break down this Saints-Rams game, and then we have the 4 projected Super Bowl lines because there's only 4 possibilities. So let's start with your take on the Saints against the Rams. It's a strong 3 for the Saints.
Yeah, it's a 3.5 and 57. Actually, both totals on both games are 57. And it's funny because in the regular season, these teams played, and the Patriots game was 43-40, so you had 83 points, and then the Rams-Saints game was 45-35, so you had 80 points, and now both totals are 57. The Chiefs game, I don't really have much of an opinion. I'd have a hard time. I wouldn't want to go under, but I can see with the elements being a factor, possibly under could come in. But I do like the over in the Saints game. It's in New Orleans, controlled environment. You're going to have 2 teams going back and forth. It's hard to see how both teams don't put up 30 points, but I'm not endorsing it right now as a great play, but I do think the total may be a couple points too low. But as for the side, this is the game that Brian and I went to a couple months ago. We went to that Louisiana weekend with LSU, Alabama, and Saints Rams, and it's just really hard to see how the Rams are going to come out of this game winning. Maybe they sneak in and cover the 3.5 and backdoor and get a late touchdown, but I still would lean to the Saints here. I wouldn't want to be opposing the Saints at home. They didn't cover yesterday because of that late missed field goal like we talked about earlier. They fell down 14-0, and although Philadelphia never scored another point, the Saints couldn't quite get over that hump, and it looked like they were going to when they got down the 30-yard line, but then that bad play call and made a field goal 53-yarder, and he had only missed one 50-yard in the season that was blocked, and this one he just shanked off to the right, and that was it. They almost, I don't know if you watched the end of the game, but
I did.
On the last play of the game, Kamara broke through the line, and they were just stuffing the line, and once he broke through, I thought he might go, and then it was up to the last guy, the safety. If that guy doesn't make the tackle, it's just an easy 70-yard touchdown, and we end up covering, but we missed that too. So, but I do think the Eagles have a much tougher defense than the Rams. The Saints are going to have their way with the Rams. The Rams are going to put up their points too, but when all said and done, I don't see the Saints losing this game at home, and I have a hard time not seeing them cover, but I could see a backdoor, like I said, but I would only want to be on the Saints at the -3.5. If somehow you can get a -3, -1/4, even better.
Right. But, people get amnesia, though, on the last – I know you're talking about the last 2 minutes of the game, but with a little – especially when there was 4 minutes to play, forget the Saints covering. The Eagles, if that guy doesn't get up, that ball doesn't go through his hands and gets intercepted, the Eagles take a 21-20 lead in this game. The Eagles could have very easily won this game.
Most likely they would have scored. I don't understand why they were such in a rush to get the playoff before the 2-minute warning. That was such a bad decision. And Peterson, you think of as one of those, really bright coaches, and that's such for forgetting the fact that they threw an interception, because I'm taking that out of it. I'm not going by results oriented here. I'm just going by what happened. You want to get it to the 2-minute warning. The Saints only had one timeout left. You were inside the 30-yard line, so time wasn't going to be a factor. You still had a timeout yourself. So it wasn't like, well, they have to rush, because you wanted to score, and ideally score with under 30 seconds on the clock, because how fast the Saints can move down the field.
Or with no time. This was going to be your last hurrah anyways.
Of course.
Especially you were only, if you scored, you were only going to take a 21-20 lead. Why wouldn't you want to say, this is going to be our last shot? Like you said, time's not going to be a factor. Why would you want to give the Saints any time at all if you don't have to? And then I don't even know if maybe that of course, now that the ball got tipped and it went through the guy's hands, if if they take that 2-minute warning and let the clock run down, just take their time, things might have been different. But like you said, whatever happened, that was the worst coaching thing of all. I would want to give the Saints the least amount of time possible with that ball with that 1-point lead. But
that's one of those coaching decisions.
It is. It's just unbelievable how they make such horrific decisions, and that's all these guys do in such critical points. 2-minute warning in the going, to decide for the NFC Championship game, who's going to go there, and they make plays like this. It's amazing. Just the level of incompetence at major points. But Rick, okay, so here's my take on this one. Okay, so you're pro Saints, especially if you can get a cheap 3. You might be able to. Me, myself, if I can get 3.5, I don't love it. Like I'm completely opposed against you on the other one. I like a slight lean towards the Rams, especially with 3.5. Another one of these situations, if I was forced to make a bet, I was in a casino and they said, here's this certain amount of money, you got a life and death situation. I'm just not laying 3.5 to the Rams. I'm not going to do it. I'd rather just say, you know what, I'll just take not going to happen. So but not huge, but I would definitely take 3.5. But here's what I was going to tell you. So now that we got our both selections, and boy, we're like major opposed on one and slight on the other one. Here's what I got, Rick, for the Super Bowl projections, okay? Patriots, Rams, it would be the Rams 1 and 59.5. Patriots, Saints, it'd be the Saints 2 and 59.5. Chiefs, Rams, we got the Rams -1 and they're all 59.5. Okay,
I saw that.
Chiefs, Rams are going to be the Rams 1. Chiefs, Saints are going to be the Saints 1.5. Now look at just see what the people when they offer you futures right now. Now it's so simple to do. There's only 2 games left. Right now, the Patriots are plus $1.35 against the Chiefs, and if you take both lines, if you split them down the middle, it's plus $1.05. So the true value, if you're running your ticket through on the Patriots to win the Super Bowl right now, is 3.81. You're going to get almost 4-1 on your money. 3.8. You put 100 through, you're going to get back 481. So when you see these lines of Patriots 3-1 to win the Super Bowl, 290, you're getting robbed. Do your own math and project the 2 money lines like running your ticket through. But people will still bet them plus 250 or plus 300.
I think every single team you would make more if you just bet each team. Say you're going to bet 1,000. You bet each team 1,000 in the first game, risking 1,000, and then whatever you win, you risk that amount plus 1,000 in the second game. You're going to make more doing that than if you take the future bet right now offered by any sportsbook. But of course, the public loves betting those futures. They love seeing plus 300 or plus 250. They just love looking at it, and they think they're getting such value and such a great price. When in reality, it's so simple. Just bet each game for whatever you're going to risk in the future. And if you lose the first game, okay, that's how much you lost in the future. But you're gonna, like you said, if you get a future on the Patriots right now, it would probably be 3-1, so plus 300.
Yeah. And when running your ticket through is plus 380.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a big difference. It's you bet 1,000. That's $800. It's almost your risk. So just to bet each game separately, but people just don't. The average person, public person doesn't do that, and they always cost themselves
big money. But here's one thing that we can share with the folks that they should do. There's only 4 possibilities, and there doesn't seem to be too much variance in the lines. Like nothing's going to be more than a 2-point favorite. Is do your own math, calculate it through, and then see what running your ticket is going to pay you. Now, when you have the Saints should be plus 380. I just did the Patriots are going to be plus 381. I just did the Saints at minus $1.60 in this Rams game, and then they're projected to be $1.30 against the Patriots and $1.25 against the Chiefs. So let's give it $1.30. That means that the Saints, if you run your ticket through, the true odds are 2-1. Do your thing and have your four prices, fair prices of running your ticket through. And then who knows, you might find a sleeping book. Like you might find a book that's given plus 450 on the Patriots or plus 275 on the Saints. But at least you know right away what your prices should be. And you can maybe get yourself. But here's weird right now. If I told you you're going to get 2-1, all you got to do is beat the Rams and the Patriots, and for all of that, you're going to get 2-1 on your money. I mean, I know that's the correct prices, but boy, I could find a lot better 2-1 spots and say you got to beat the Rams and the Patriots or the Rams and the Chiefs. Don't you think that you can find a better spot in life to get 2-1 on?
I surely do. Yes, that sounds. I mean, all you have to do is think. It's just take a minute to think about what you're doing, and add the numbers up, and you'll see within 30 seconds that I'm just better off by betting these separately rather than doing one futures ticket. But sometimes people they get lazy too. They're like, I don't care about the extra 40, 50 cents. I'll be happy if I win. I don't want to have to go back and cash it and bet it again. And, they just give excuses, but in reality, it's something very simple. Well, or maybe they're a tourist and they're just in Vegas this week, so this might be the only chance they get. So that's maybe a different story. But yeah.
I mean, but that's the price on the Rams. If you did run the ticket through, you only get 2-1. So they're probably going to offer you like plus $1.70, plus $1.65. The true odds, if you run your ticket through on the Saints, is 2-1, because it's minus $1.60 right, into a projected $1.30 against the Patriots or Chiefs. So you're going to get 2-1 on the Saints. So I mean, could you imagine these books that are offering you like plus $1.50, plus $1.60 for the Saints?
And yet they're going to get lots of action too. So it's there's going to be a ton of people still betting into that.
Oh, guys, it's all about numbers, folks. We got to take a small time out here, about 3 minutes. But when we come back, we got Florida Rick, and guess who's going to join us? Oklahoma Brian. We're going into the money segment of the show. Talk you can bet on, Fifth Street Sports. Stay tuned, folks.
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. They want your money, and guess what? They can legally take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you. So what do? Fight back by letting our team of experts at the Tax Helpline work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws and will fight to save your money. So, if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket.
800-932-1749. 800-932-1749. 800-932-1749. That's 800-932-1749.
Attention to anyone that's written a book or wants to write a book. The process is not that complicated. Take a first step. Even if you write a page a day, you'll build momentum and your book will become a reality. The hard part is getting it published. That's when you need to call Page Publishing. They've got hundreds and hundreds of thank yous from different new authors, just like you. They make the process of publishing your new book and getting it sold online a simple process. You can learn how simple it is right now by calling for your free Page Publishing New Author Submission Kit. One quick 3-minute phone call, that's all it takes to get free information and learn how you can get your book published. Pick up your phone right now and call us 24 hours a day at this number. 800-603-0885. 800-603-0885. 800-603-0885. That's 800-603-0885.
It has been said that everyone has a book in them. But do you have the time or the ability to write your book? Maybe you picked up some skills or had a life experience that you want to pass on in the form of a book to help others. Maybe you want to leave an autobiography for your family. Or maybe you've built a successful business and you want to share your story. At Dorrance Publishing Company, we have professional writers who can help turn your book idea into a finished manuscript quickly and affordably. A Dorrance ghostwriter can provide as much or as little help as you need to complete your book. You'll work directly with your ghostwriter to finish your book faster than you ever could on your own. It's easy to become a published author. Call Dorrance now to learn more. 800-485-6003.
800-485-6003. 800-485-6003. Call right now. That number is 800-485-6003.
We're back. Fifth Street Sports on Sports Byline USA. We are also on the American Forces Network, iHeartRadio. And you can find us on Facebook.com/Fifth Street Sports Talk. And, of course, on Twitter at Fifth Street Sports. Well, folks, this is the money segment of the show where we give out a lot of our picks and selections. But before we do this, we have Oklahoma Brian with us now. He's got something very interesting that he wants to share with us on Kyler Murray. Hey, there he is, Brian. Kyler Murray, buddy. You're at the dish.
Hey guys, yeah, I don't know if you saw this, but it just came out that Kyler Murray is going to enter the draft, and kind of a fascinating story. It looks like he's been meeting with Oakland over the weekend and up until this morning, trying to figure out a way. I guess essentially they were basically trying to talk him out of entering the draft, and essentially it was a long negotiation. Supposedly he wanted $15 million to walk away from football, but it would have involved some shenanigans, like having to basically sign him to a major league contract, put him on the 40-man roster, and it just wasn't in the cards. So it looks like they're going to continue the negotiation after the draft, but for now, he's entering the draft, and I suspect he'll be drafted in the first round. Where do you see him going, Rick?
Oh, I mean, he's going to be a first-round pick. I don't know where in the first round. I think it's more of the mid to late first-round pick, but probably closer to the middle of the first round. Saying that the Redskins are probably going to be targeting him, so they may. I don't know what position they are, but if someone gets that, if other teams know that, they're going to act like they're going to take him and force the Redskins to trade up if they really want to get him that bad. So I could see him actually being a top 10 pick if there's a team such as the Redskins or Dolphins or someone else who just really are going to go after him and do whatever it takes to try to get him. That happens a lot where you see quarterbacks who are mid-first round talent, and then teams get the notice that other teams are interested. They're going to take them, and they're willing to trade up and give up additional draft picks or money or another player to get that to get into the top 10 or whatever it may be. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happens here.
Kind of like Pat Mahomes 2 years ago at the 10 spot to Kansas City, similar deal.
Well, great job, but Brian, listen, man, I got to tell you, like when you first popped up on the screen here, and you're in that room, I don't know, because you're always traveling around. You're in that room with the white walls, and you got the headset. But at first I was freaking out because I saw the blue windbreaker with the 3 letters. I said, "Oh my God, Rick, look at this, buddy. He's in interrogation here. He's going to be turning us in." You look like you were like in an FBI interrogation room there, with a windbreaker and the 3 letters. But anyways, so Brian, numbers. I mean, but do you think that not only health wise but financially wise and longevity, this is a good move for him?
Boy, it's just really tough. I think at the end of the day, he's got to go after what he really enjoys doing, and I suspect that might be football. If you look at the percentages of first round draft picks in baseball making the major leagues, I was actually researching that this weekend. It's a surprisingly high percentage for high first round picks. As you get to the bottom of the first round, it gets close to a 50-50 deal. But guys in the top 5, top 10, top 15 have a really high rate of making the major league. So that'd be the first question. Well, a lot of people were wondering why go down this baseball path if you might not even make the major leagues. I think that's a done deal. He'll make the major leagues. You got to wonder in terms of endorsement potential, where's there a greater market? I would suspect it's in the football market. I mean, he's a household name as a football player. Mm-hmm. I don't know that would be the case in baseball. Man, it's such a tough call. I personally want to see him play football because I just fascinated by the concept of a 5'9" guy trying to make it in the NFL. And I think back to my childhood when I was so pissed that Doug Flutie didn't get a fair shot right out of college and we always wondered if he had been given a legitimate chance to compete in the NFL. Not that little cameo that he had for the Bears before going to Canada, but I suspect he might have been a borderline Hall of Fame player if he had played in the NFL his entire career. And I'd like to see Murray take a shot at it. Where do you think, Frank?
Well, I think this. Well, now that with that being said, do you think that also? Okay, let's say he loves football, and the money's going to be there, and endorsements and the stuff, versus maybe not even making a team in the majors. What if he played football for a couple of years and then he realized, hey, this 5'9" quarterback just ain't going to get it, and he realizes, I'm just not going to. He can always go back to baseball. You know what I mean? Where if you go to baseball, you probably can't go to football. You know what I mean?
Right? I don't know. What do you think, Rick?
What I'm thinking is I would love to see another Bo Jackson, Deion Sanders type deal where we have a guy playing both sports simultaneously. I don't know if it'll ever happen again, but if it could, I mean, what better candidate to do it than Kyler Murray? He is obviously, we know what a great football player he is. None of us have seen him play baseball, but we know he was a high first-round pick, and Oakland gave him a lot of money, so we know he's a real quality baseball player, and I can imagine how fast he is in center field running down those fly balls. But will we ever see another two-sport guy in our lifetime, playing at the same time?
Nope. And I gotta tell you guys, that's because that's the end of your generation. You'll never see that again. I know that Brian, he's you and him are both senior bashers. You guys have been bashing Brady since the beginning of the season because as soon as he turned 40, you guys have been hammering him. Now, do you think in today's day and age with these pitch counts and these little wimps and wusses they got on all these little things with their nutrition and their trainers and all of that, and they're going to let somebody play two sports? They're lucky if they actually play one. Brady's the last of that breed, and you guys are going to have to suck it up on this AFC Championship game because Brian's been bashing Brady since the beginning of the season, and the guy's gotten nothing but better.
Wait, what is Brady's other sport?
Brady's other sport? No, but I'm just saying Brady at least plays football at 41 like full out like a man, plays great. Yeah. Now Rick is talking about a guy in this day and age playing two sports. This new generation of you guys barely plays one with these pitch counts and all these little the little muscle tear, look at Mickey Mantle when it was a game. These guys played hurt.
Hey,
what was the Art Donovan phrase?
What was that?
Go ahead.
What was that phrase, Brian? No, say it. The Art Donovan phrase.
Oh, but back when I played, we didn't have cruciates.
That's
no, but
guys, let me interrupt you here. We got a message in from Billy Donlin. Let's see if I can get it up here. It's through our YouTube chat right now, live streaming on youtube.com/Fifth Street Sports. It says, hey, Florida Rick, when are they going to put the lineup on 491 East in Shriners game, and where can I get one of those Shriners hats?
I imagine the line will probably be up, Saturday morning? The game's on Saturday.
Friday night.
Friday night. Okay. So, Billy, you'll see the line Friday night. Shriners hat. I'll defer to Brian on that one. He might know the answer.
I would say eBay or a dark corner of the internet involving Bitcoin.
Hey, Brian, I got to ask you, I don't know if you heard Rick and I kind of used 2 segments. We broke down both of these upcoming games. Are you on these Chiefs also?
100% on the Chiefs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you guys,
you use that information accordingly. You might want to be betting the Patriots.
No.
Yeah,
but believe me, I mean, I do not in life. I don't like going against Brady and Belichick, and I especially would not like going against either one of you two guys, as sharp and good as you guys are. But I have to tell you, we're 100% opposed on this game. So, that's why you got to be 21 to do this. You got to be 21 to gamble, and we're opposed on this one. But getting back to this, guys, we got about 5 or 6 minutes left in this one. What do we got on for the cash register today?
Okay. Well, there are a couple NBA games I like tonight, and I think when you hear them, you're going to be in agreement with them. So the first game I like is going to be game 502, Brooklyn plus 2.5 at home against the Celtics. I don't know if you guys even realize this, but Brooklyn's a playoff team at the moment. And actually, there's in the 7th seed. So the season would end today. They'd be the 7th seed in the playoffs. They've been playing really tough, really good basketball against quality teams. They've only lost 2 of their last 6 games, and those have both been road games at the Raptors, at the Bucks. They're playing Boston tonight. Boston, I believe, is playing their 4th game in 6 nights, 3rd consecutive road game. They lost the last 2 in Miami and in Orlando. And then Kyrie Irving's announced he's going to be out tonight. So I think the fact that Brooklyn's getting 2.5 here at home is a steal. I think the line's off. I think it's only this line because the name Boston Celtics. I think this should be closer to a pick. And I expect Brooklyn to win, but I surely expect them to cover the 2.5. And I would imagine you would agree with that on that one, Frank.
I'm not so. Of course, I'm going to agree with that one. I'm not so caught up on this NBA. But what about Brian?
Oh, okay.
What do you think on this one, Brian?
That's a staggering concept he just threw out there that Brooklyn is a playoff team on January 14th. I can't. It's just impossible to get my head around that. But I'll tell you who's not a playoff team on January 14th. They're the 9 seed at the moment, and that's the Utah Jazz. And we don't really have enough time to go over it now. We'll talk about it in a couple of days. But Utah's schedule is the easiest schedule in the NBA from this point forward. Their schedule gets substantially easier. I think they're going to finish as high as the 4th seed. And I love them tonight. They're going to be at home for a while. This is it's a little bit of a high line, 8.5 at home against Detroit, but that is my favorite play of the night tonight is Utah minus 8.5.
Okay. So I do have one other NBA play, which I wanted to go over and get your take on it too. And this game is 503 Memphis plus 4.5 at Houston. Houston is coming off a back-to-back. Last night they traveled to Orlando and lost by 7. But the big story here is that Clint Capella badly sprained his thumb. He's going to be out 4 to 6 weeks. So now they have 3 of their 5 starters are out. You have Capella, you have Chris Paul, you have Eric Gordon, who are all out tonight. Gordon may come back next game or a couple of games from now. But so you have pretty much James Harden and a bunch of role players, or not even role players. They're just subs who don't get much playing time. They're going to be starting. PJ Tucker's a starter, but then you have Austin Rivers, Gerald Green. You just they don't have a quality bench. They don't go very deep. They don't really have any true big men to back up Capella. I think Memphis here getting 4.5 is a steal. I mean, I don't know how many Harden's going to have to score for them to win. If he does score 75, they still have to play defense. They still have to guard Gasol. So I think Memphis is a good play here. Money line, spread, any which way you can take them. And it's not just because Capella's out, but Houston hasn't been playing great. They lost at home to Milwaukee. They really need some of these bodies back. And until they get them, they're going to be struggling.
All right, so far we got 3 plays. Oklahoma Brian that likes Utah minus 8.5 against Detroit. Florida Rick has Memphis plus 4.5 and Brooklyn plus 2.5. Guys, we got to take a small time out. We'll be back in just 3 minutes to wrap it up. And if you guys got some other stuff that you'd like to share with all of our listeners and viewers, stay tuned, folks. Fifth Street Sports.
Hi, Rick Tittle here. You may know me as the Sports Talk host that can talk about all sports: football, basketball, baseball, hockey, soccer, golf, tennis, auto racing, boxing, Olympics, rollerball. But this time I'm here to talk about pain. If you have pain in your knee or your back like I do, then you should know about the Health Alert Hotline. If Medicare is your primary insurance, then you could qualify for a back or knee brace at little or no charge. I have an old injury from my football playing days, and anything that can help take that pain away and make it more manageable, that has my attention. I love the free delivery, and they take care of the paperwork for you. So if you have Medicare and need help for back, ankle, knee, or shoulder pain, please call the Health Alert Hotline at 800-428-1570. That's 800-428-1570. Agents are standing by 24/7, so go ahead and call now. 800-428-1570.
Where do you want to go on a vacation or honeymoon? The Caribbean, Europe, Hawaii, Mexico? How about Disney or a cruise? At Superior Cruise and Travel, we've got you covered. We'll assign you your own travel concierge. They'll help you design a custom vacation plan that you can't find online. And the service is completely free. You can't compare the value of this to any other online travel company. We can help you plan a custom vacation anywhere in the world. We even offer payment plans with no credit card required. Now you pay off your vacation on your time schedule. Call now and mention the promo code RADIO and save up to $500. Book your custom trip. Call Superior Cruise and Travel now and talk to one of the highest rated travel agencies in the country with a 5-star A+ online rating.
800-570-9631. 800-570-9631. 800-570-9631. That's 800-570-9631.
Being a new parent means every high and low you can imagine. But Evos can make it all easier with a baby monitor you can trust. Go to myevos.com. That's MYEVOZ.com to see how Evos can be the eyes and ears of your nursery. Evos works with your smartphone to provide a live audio and HD video connection to your baby anytime and anywhere. On a date, at work, away on business, even serving your country overseas, Evos helps you never miss a moment. Whether your baby is with a sitter, your partner, a grandparent, or a friend, you'll be right there too. And with unique features like smart alerts that know the difference between a barking dog and your baby crying, extensive sleep tracking data, and state-of-the-art security features for your peace of mind, Evos is the smart baby monitor for connected parents. And enter the code SPORTS at checkout for $20 off. That's myevos.com. MYEVOZ.com.
All right, folks, we're back. Fifth Street Sports, Sports Byline USA. We got Florida Rick and Oklahoma Brian. This is our, we only have a couple minutes left in the show. You guys got anything else besides the 3 NBA selections?
Yeah, I was going to give out a college pick tonight. I'm going to give out game 866 Indiana Hoosiers -2 or money line -125, -130 at home against Nebraska. Nebraska's had a nice little year, but in true road games, they're 1-3 this year, including 0-3 in the Big Ten. Indiana's going to have their students are back. It's a home game, a slightly early start for national TV, but I think Indiana wins this one and covers the 2. I think this line should be closer to 3.5 or 4. So I like Indiana here, -2 at home.
How about you, Brian? Anything?
Yeah, I can't say this is a really strong play. My favorite play of the night was Texas, but that's moved a full 1.5. So I'm going to pass on the Texas. I do still like, at this price, I like Baylor +3. Might even be able to get a 3.5. They are traveling to Stillwater to play Oklahoma State tonight. Oklahoma State coming off a big win against West Virginia. I think when we look back, though, on it, it won't be that big a win. West Virginia is terrible. And the line's actually moving right now. Great. I still like Baylor at 2.5. Yeah, this I think this is a better team, much better team than Baylor. And I think Oklahoma State's overrated. So that's my play. Baylor +2.5 now. How about that? Caused a major line move.
All right, so let's recap this real quick. Oklahoma Brian likes Utah in NBA -8.5 and Baylor +2.5, 3 today against Oklahoma State. Florida Rick has 502 Brooklyn +2.5, 503 Memphis +4.5, 866 Indiana -2 or -1/4 on the money line. That check off, guys.
That is a check.
That's a check.
So there you go. 5 plays. Fifth Street Sports. You guys, thanks for the great show. And thank you, folks. We appreciate you. We thank you. 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. Catch us here Monday through Friday. You want to get great stuff? Real guys talking about how to make real money in sports? See you tomorrow.